Hello. Okay, listen. I'm slightly ratchet today because I'm totally eating at the top of our show. Chewing. But it is a salad. I'm eating a salad from Tropical Smoothie.
Hold on.
They are not sponsoring this video. But I wanted to shout them out.
Unless they would like to.
Unless they want to.
Okay.
I also have a smoothie. An avocado is getting me through. But this is what we're doing. So welcome to
So that's what we're doing. Yes.
And we have some shenanigans to talk to you about. First of all, I'm wearing a head wrap today because my hair is doing whatever it wants to do. And I keep looking and I want to make sure that my hair, which is unruly, is still in my wrap. So if you see a piece of my hair coming out, if you're watching us, please let me know. Because my hair does whatever.
That's the thing about black hair defies gravity. We that bitch.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Period. Okay.
Poetry.
So Candiace, people have been listening. We're on episode 3 now. And I just thought that, we always talk about hot topics. And I just thought, a little play on our title. So that's what we doing in these streets, where we just get into whatever is going on that we got a question. So before we start, I do want to shout out professional_hood rat because sis made us don't shout out the other cup. She made us these beautiful, so that's what we're doing, mugs. They're so beautiful. And Candiace will get her soon. I gotta go to her house and give it to her.
She's trying to hoard my mug. Professional_hood rat. She's trying to hoard my mug.
I am. Yes. I'm trying to keep them. Okay, double up love. But yes, thank you so much for sending those to us. We are definitely gonna sip as we talk our shit. So speaking of shit, I saw this story online, and I'm not even gonna hold you. It literally made me laugh out loud.
Wow, what happened?
So basically there's a airlines foundation that says Americans are basically getting fatter, in which case the standard average passenger weight has changed over the years and it doesn't reflect what it's doing. And so they're going to start conducting random surveys where they start weighing people in the airport. Now, here's the thing. I can kind of see why they're doing this, especially on smaller planes. You have to be very careful about the weight proportion. And with people's bags already, bitch, they're saying you can't be fat too. You got to pick one, a fat bag or a fat bitch. You can't be both.
Pick a struggle.
Pick a struggle,
be
bitch.
Fluffy or pack light. Pick one.
Because can you imagine getting to the gate and a motherfucker telling you, ma'am, your bag was already too big, but you're bigger than it, so you can't get on?
Okay, this is my question though. How exactly have they designed the protocols, if they have, to let someone know, sir or ma'am, you are too fat to get on this plane? Like, what do you do? Do you give them a refund? Do you give them another plane? Like, do you give them a slim fast? Like, what do you give them?
Right. Do you say drink no more water before you get on this flight? No. Right. So here's the thing. So this is a survey right now because, again, they're trying to get the data to collect, to understand, because I guess what they will do in turn in the future is start making planes, I guess, smaller passenger numbers to do this. But the way the survey will work is they will find overweight people and ask them if they would like to participate in the survey. Now they're claiming that this will all be, you won't be able to see the weight and it won't publicly be shown. But as we all know, people, and can you imagine stepping on the weight and the TSA motherfucker going like,
damn, you big as hell. Like, that's going to happen.
Right. Like gasping, like it's going to be a whole thing. Like, bitch, that was me. And can I be honest? I brought this to say, because when I read this, I laughed out loud because I had an Instagram live one day where I was describing to people, I fly Southwest. That's my shit, right? 2 free bags, cheap, pick a seat. But one of the things that I do as a plus size woman on these flights is, bitch, when people are going down the aisle, I try to make myself look as big as possible, bitch. I sit over 2 seats. I sit over 2 seats, bitch. I put my bag in the next seat and I try to look big as shit so that middle seat stays empty. So my hips do not have to go and squeeze on that one seat, bitch. Like if me and you are flying, we're good because you're tiny as shit. But bruh, the end of the plane, the people who always wait to do their boarding passes are always the big motherfuckers. And so we cannot be two bootylicious bitches sitting in the seat.
Same row.
And then I be mad as hell when a motherfucker tries to put the little armrest down. Bitch, now you see this stuff.
No, I need my armrest. We have to establish boundaries.
No, we don't. Not in my seat.
I don't want your smell. People have like smells, like when people fry chicken in their houses and they be making lasagna at home. You come out your house, you smell like the lasagna you made yesterday. Like I don't want to smell you. I don't want your essence to get on me, whomever you are. I'm sure you're a nice person. I don't want your essence on me. So yes, we're putting this armrest down. It's coming down.
No, we're actually not, because there's no room to do so. And I refuse to buy 2 plane tickets, bitch. I'm not at that point in my life where I'm ready to buy 2. But I tell you what, when I read this, I laughed out loud because I literally thought about the fact that literally if you catch me on your nearest Southwest flight, bitch, I'm taking up as much space. I'm literally giving off big bitch energy. Big bitch energy. I don't want anybody sitting next to my ass on the plane because I'm like, cut it. So if they weigh me, bitch, and tell me I can't get on, I'm screwed because.
Right. What you gonna do? And then your bag is underneath already. Like, are they weighing you at the gate? Are they weighing you at baggage?
But I'd imagine if they tell you it gets to this point where this whole thing goes, I'd imagine that they'd probably like then give you an incentive, like a free ticket if you have to miss.
Right. But like if you miss, if the flight is overbooked.
Get to the gate, step on the thing, and they'd be like, "Ma'am, I'm sorry, we have a code 560. Big bitch boarding the plane.
Big bitch boarding the plane.
A nasty motherfucker lining up.
No, I cannot.
You gotta go." Sorry, you and your carry-on both can't fit. Like, what the fuck are you gonna tell people?
I don't see this ending well for a lot of the saints because somebody's feelings
My
are going to be hurt. No, Leah, you want the people to see your ass coming so they don't sit next to you.
No, but I don't.
You are moving down the aisle.
I don't want to look big. I don't want to be big, bitch. I already have to accept it, but I don't want to be big on the plane, bitch. Can I be in denial a little bit? I already know I'm big. I don't want to step on the thing like a goddamn cow and they be like,
if you are going to send nonverbal communication when you're walking down the aisle to say, don't sit next to my ass, then yes, you need to take it on all sides, okay? Because people think being small on a plane isn't always the best either because people think, oh, she's little, so I can come in like with all my bags and be bumping you and try and splitting into your seat. It's like, no, sir. Like, no, I don't, you smell bad, you stink, and I don't want all of your shit on my stuff. Like, no. And people think that I want to sit in the middle because I'm little. No, I'm trying to lean up against the window so I can lay my head on the thing with my pillow and go to sleep.
I do prefer a window seat so I can't throw it all over. But I'm just saying, worst case scenario, like, again, I'm trying to just take up as much space as possible so you keep coming. And then my hope doing that is that the middle seat will be open. So then,
but if it's booked, then it's booked. And y'all are
right. But then if it's booked, you start finding the Candiaces.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Southwest, because there's no assigned seats. That's right.
Yeah. I'm a low budget bitch.
You need to pay for what's the pre-boarding fee on Southwest so that you can just board early.
The devil is a liar. We either gonna be smashed or I'm gonna get this open seat, and that's how we do it.
Leah, you can't. Nah.
Come on, big bitch crew.
All this extra. You don't pay for the little pre-board. It's like $25.
No, bitch. I'm doing Southwest for experience. The fuck? Why would I keep adding it up?
I'm through. I'm sipping my smoothie on you.
Okay. Let me date a daddy and get a nigga who can really fly me out in a PJ. How about that?
Another reason to date a motherfucking daddy. Exactly. Because daddy don't have the coin for you to have a whole aisle to yourself.
You right. Okay. Well, that's my soul. That's what we doing in these streets. What about you? What you seeing on the nets?
Child, listen. When I saw this, it gave me hope, but it also gave me extreme heartburn. Our good sis, Auntie Naomi Campbell, has I was gonna say given birth, but she adopted a baby.
Do we know that though? I mean, granted, the baby's toes look white, but some babies, you know.
The melanin hasn't come in yet. That's what I'm choosing to believe. It's a brand new baby.
Well, but on her mom's post, she said, my daughter gave birth. So we're going to assume or birth that it's hers. Either way, she's having a child.
Yes. No, I think she didn't give birth because, I mean, well, maybe she did. Have we seen Naomi?
No.
But then, okay, so then I have questions. I got questions because then it's like, okay, did you freeze your eggs? Was this IVF? Like, I'm going through this process very shortly. I think I'm like trying to figure it out right now. But if she did IVF, like she had to have frozen her eggs prior to the last year because Naomi Campbell is 50 years old. And unless, you know, she's being artificially inseminated or we have a second coming of the Christ and the Lord himself came down and implanted an embryo onto the lining of her uterine wall, like she had to have frozen some eggs. So then when did she do that? Like how long has she had them frozen? Where did she get the sperm to create an embryo? I have all these questions.
Girl, you know this is going to be a special. It's going to be a special on YouTube or something.
I will be watching. Cousin Naomi, what are you doing? Like, is this what you're doing? Because I need to know what's going on. Because like, so that was my first thing. The second thing that was giving me heartburn was, okay, Naomi Campbell is 50 years old. She has a brand new, like just unwrapped baby. The amniotic fluid is still fresh. Like the baby is brand new.
Right.
By the time the baby is graduating from high school, cousin Naomi will have her AARP card, which I think you get at what, like 60, 64, 65. Oh, when you're older, when you're seasoned. And 18 is still young. You still need rearing. You still need to be, you know, where am I going to go to college? What am I going to eat when I get to the punch out? That's a Howard joke. If you didn't go to Howard, you don't know what that means. What am I going to, like, where am I going to live? Where am I going to drive? Like, you're still fucking up at 18 and you still need your parent. But cousin Naomi's going to be like ready to be, you know, on a yacht somewhere. Without her, she done got her without her edges because she doesn't have any, but she can buy them. Like,
in fairness, technically, she looks 13.
She does. We'll give her that.
And she has money.
Well, looking good, black don't crack is a thing, but black don't crack is not. My insides ain't cracked. Like you can look great. It's a lot of black people that be looking good. Like you're 65, but you look, 40.
Right.
But inside, your kidney is having spiritual warfare because
shut the hell up.
Like WTF. So like, is she going to have the energy to be chased at 50 years old, to be chasing behind a toddler? At 53, she is going to be embarking on the toddler. They say it's terrible twos, but I've seen with my own two eyes, these kids are bad at 3 and 4 as well. Yeah. So at 52, 53, 54, Auntie Naomi is going to be chasing behind a toddler and like doing poopy diapers and trying to feed them and dealing with teething and all these things. And then like, forget about school. Cousin Naomi loves to get on these people's yachts and to get on these PJs and jaunt from one side to the other of the world. Can you do that with a brand new baby? I just have all these questions.
With money, yes, absolutely.
So then the child is going to have tutors and never like have a like regular or normal like school experience. Because I would love to just be jaunting with my child and have the tutor come. Hey, Jeeves, my child needs algebra tutoring. Come. Yeah, I would love. But I also feel like kids need some semblance of normalcy and routine, especially when they're coming up and growing and learning how to be humans. So like, because otherwise they come out weird. They become really weird. And then they're always going to be gone. She's going to be gone up with the king. She's going to be passed on with the king. And, you know, little Naomi is like, what do? I don't know how to live because my mother had me on a jet going to the Maldives instead of being in school learning about the Pythagorean theorem.
Well, let me say this, though. My mother had me at 38, and while 38 and 50 are still some lengths away, my mother was considered to have a geriatric pregnancy.
Yes. And okay. Yes.
I come from the perspective of a child whose mother did not have me too hastily. And so I can really respect the idea of my mother living her best fucking life before having me. Because I'm going to be real with you. Like, honestly speaking, I never wanted for anything. And my mom, I watched some of my peers who had way younger mothers deal with the idea of, you could tell their mothers wanted to be elsewhere. Or I've had family members where it was very clear that they were more worried about being in these streets than changing papers. And so for me, when I think of these older pregnancies, I can appreciate it. And I think that's why even at 27, which a couple years ago, 27 would have been considered old for a woman to have a child. I am like, I don't even see myself having a kid till 35, honestly, or later than that.
Girl, bitch, I'm 35. What you trying to say? Well, wait, I'm 34. I'm 34. And I don't know what yourself, bitch. Okay. But that's what I'm saying though. Like I completely stand an older woman because I just, again, I see so many young girls now having the whoops kid or having the stand for. And while technically I was a whoops kid, my parents were both almost damn near 40. So their perspectives in having children, my mother at least, was about the child. So when I see a Naomi, like my mom was 60 when I graduated from Howard, just to put it in perspective. And I used to joke with her when I was in high school. I was like, child, I'm gonna be rolling you and my daddy across the yard in a wheelchair because y'all gonna be old as hell. But my mom's still thriving, you know, and I think that when you have and you prepare for these children and you live all of you, right? Because a lot of women get robbed of you. Cultivating a them. And so I think that like when you do wait until you're really, really ready, I think that your child experiences a higher quality of life. Even subconsciously. 1000%. Yeah. Oh yeah. Because you have that the physical being able to, you know, chase behind them, take them to soccer and dance and whatever, but also mentally, you have the emotional intelligence to be able to level with and reason with and be there for your child and give them everything that they need and explain things to them. Like my mom had me at 27 and then she had my siblings at 34 and 35. My mom was working. She was grinding. So I had nannies and she was building her empire. And we have surely reaped the benefits of all of my mom and my dad's and my stepdad's and my stepmom's hard work. But my mom was still in a building phase when she had all of her kids. So, you know, there were times when, you know, I wish that I did have some more of my mom's time and more of her energy, but she still balanced it so well. And I can't figure out for the life of me how she had a husband and a house and a full-time job and two toddlers and an elementary schooler. And you know, we were all fed and clothed and well-behaved and in activities. And, you know, we weren't terrors. So she got it done. But I do feel like because she was still really grinding, I missed out on some of the emotional intelligence that she had to offer. And, you know, she's made up for it in a lot of ways, you know, now that I'm older and on my own and she's semi-retired. But no, I think there's something to be said about a woman about a couple, if you're doing this with your spouse, when you are at a place where you're ready. I do agree with that. I'm just saying that, you know, listen, like if Naomi's ready to sit down and, you know, not exactly drop it all the way like it's hot, just drop it. Cool. I wonder what it's going to look like when the child is 18, when she's, 35, when she's ready to get married, when she's those milestones that your children reach at different phases in their lives, what type of quality of life is Naomi going to have with, experiencing where her child is when she's 75, 80? And, that's why I always felt this pressure to, okay, I got to hurry up because I don't want to be 50 with a newborn. And Chris has already told me, he put me on notice and he said, listen, you got X amount of years because I'm not trying to be out here, 75, 80 when my child is 18. I want to be able to go to the bar and have a drink with my kid, when they turn 21. I don't want to have to be wheeled in somewhere or you just come see me at the nursing home when you're 25. So it makes you wish that there was just more time. Like there's never enough time.
Yeah. And I think, either way, I think there's, like you said, there's pros and cons to both, right? Like, I just think that, having the example of my mother being an older mom really made me not haste to jump into children and not make me like want that. And to your point, emotional intelligence. I think that, when it comes to parenting and you are a little bit older, you live out some of your shit, some of your flaws. Yep. You can flush those out a little bit more than when you're 25, trying to just figure out life itself, trying to get situated in your career, making money or figuring out a marriage, in the first year. Those things play out. But I think, there's pros and cons to both in both ways. So, either way. And
either way, we are happy for Naomi. And this little girl is going to be blessed. She's set up. She is set. And she's got nothing to fear, nothing to worry about. She is ready for the world when the world is ready for her. So I can't wait to see her face. And I hope, Leah, that you are right about some kind of documentary, some docuseries, something that shows us the journey of, how she, because I have a lot of questions. Like, did she adopt? Was it IVF? Is she going to show us her egg freezing process? Is she going to, what did that look like for her? Yeah, surrogacy. Like, what was that like? And because Black women don't talk about those things, nor do we really dabble in, this idea of, egg retrieval, IVF, freezing eggs, surrogacy. It's not something that we talk about. It's not something it's still seen as taboo in our community in a lot of ways. And, even me talking about it and entertaining the idea of freezing my eggs, it's nice to, even think about the prospect of another Black woman who possibly went through a process that's similar to what I'm thinking about doing for myself. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, shout out to Auntie Naomi for showing that, there's no perfect age or way to do motherhood. Okay.
Yep. On your own terms, sis.
Your own terms. And listen, since we in these streets, we got to talk about all of the drama that is brewing in Housewives right now. Okay. It's
literally too much. Like we all need to sit down. Collectively, Housewives need to go and be seated in this corner over here. Because it's too much shenanigans and scandal for the nation. It's too much. Like, I can't even sleep. I can't.
So that's what y'all doing in these streets. Because all of the drama that is brewing. And of course, I had to bring on my friend Tash to spill about all of it. Okay?
Come through. Yes, Tash. Get on the line, girl, because I got questions.
Hey, guys. How are you guys?
We need to know the things. We really need to know.
Mm-hmm. So what do you guys want to know? Like, what's the juice?
Okay, wait. Before we even get into that, though, I do have to say, and I'm really excited to have you on my platform. So I met Tash at another live podcast where she was reading the people on there. And then from there was history. Like, I literally brought her on radio, and I get Tash to read my life all the time. We're going to talk more about your background, but because there was nothing that we could bring to the table in these streets with this Porsha Simon mess, I had to bring you in because Tash, I need you to tell me what's really tea, sis.
What's going on?
It's a lot. It's very heavy. I feel like there's a lot of things that have not been discussed that was going on between the two of them. This is not new. This is something that's kind of been going on. But I'm sensing, so this is old news. This is the things that's been happening kind of behind the scenes of what they wanted to brew, what they wanted to come up. So this was like, I mean, this was due to come out eventually, because I think that Porsha got tired of like being like on a low. You know, so it was time to kind of come out and talk about what was really going on between them.
Okay, wait.
The way that it came out and the way that Porsha announced it, it was done in such a way that I agree, Tash, that it was like, you know,
it is what it is.
It's been what it's been. It is what it is. I'm just letting y'all know so that y'all know. It did not feel fresh or new to me.
It wasn't fresh. It was not fresh. It was old. It's been going on. And she just got tired. You know, she really wanted to come out and talk about what was going on between them. But she just got tired. And you know, us women, when we get tired, we get tired. Okay? So we're ready to come out. We're ready to come out. There is nothing that can stop us. This is what it is. And so he just had to deal with it. She knew what the drama was. She knew what he was doing. She knew he was out there in these streets acting crazy. And she was like, you know what? Let me put a stop to all of that. And so that's how that happened.
Candiace, didn't I tell you, Tash be knowing? Now, Tash, my question about this is, did Porsha do all of this while they were still married? Because they just filed for divorce this year. So was this going on prior to them filing?
Yes, it was going on prior to the filing. Absolutely. It was.
I'm stirring my smoothie.
They just trying to get it together. You know, sometimes you want to keep your life private. You try your very best to keep your life private. But when you're in the limelight and you're a housewife, there are things that can't stay private but for so long. Right. So eventually things will come to the surface, and this is just how it came to the surface. Like, they had no business getting a divorce in the first place.
Okay.
What do you mean? Wait.
Well, Simon is claiming that Fallon did cheat on him, and that was in turn.
She did.
Okay, she did.
Yes, she did.
But I've also heard through the grapevine that, and this is just the lemonade, I've heard that Simon was in these streets. Was he in these streets as well?
Now that is what I know.
In a relationship, not in a relationship, married. He been in these streets.
Yes.
So Porsha, he just found Porsha on the corner. He was gonna find somebody.
He's a man.
Well, you know what they say about Nigerians now. They do like to have multiples of wives. I'm just saying, culturally, that is accepting. And he is a Nigerian man. So is this in his wheelhouse?
I feel like he likes to trick, too.
I have to go.
Wait, I'm over here playing the wrong sound effects, y'all. Because Tash is about to take me out of here.
Because, you know, he like to spin that moolah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Tash just read me to feel. Candiace, are your edges intact?
It's good that my edges are covered with this wrap because they are falling out. They are running, screaming for the hills. I can't.
But he's not a bad guy. I mean, listen, people do to you what you allow them to do to you. You know what I mean? And if you, to his defense to a degree, you know, I'm not defending anyone. I'm biased in this. You know, people get away with what they get away with. People do what you allow them to do to you. You know, we're women, we naturally have intuition. Nobody's a fool. Everybody really knows what's going on. So to a degree, I applaud Porsha for wanting to come out and just put it at the surface. Like, it is what it is. And let him deal with that. Those are his skeletons, not hers.
Well, she's creating new skeletons. That's all I have to say.
I'm sure. But everything that's in the dark always comes to the light.
Okay, now my other question about this situation. They are rushing into this marriage very quickly, this engagement.
I think she doesn't get pregnant soon because I'm seeing baby.
You think that she's going to get pregnant soon, or that she already is pregnant?
If she's not already pregnant, she'll be getting pregnant very soon.
Because she was just on one of her platforms recently, and she said that she was not pregnant. I think it was on Dish Nation, and she said that she's not pregnant. Which was a surprise.
She's pregnant soon.
Wow. But why not just, you know, pull a Kourtney Kardashian and just go back to the meat that you are familiar with and have your babies have the same daddy? Why not just go back to Dennis?
Because Simon got different money.
They do have a connection.
That's fair.
There is a connection there. There is a thing there. You know, it is an undeniable connection that they share. So, you know, sometimes you got to go where the vibe is at. You got to go where the energy is at. And
go where the money resides.
I guess. You know, but they got a thing, and you know, to each his own.
To each.
Okay, so my last question is: do you see this relationship lasting?
I don't know if it's gonna last forever.
Okay.
For a minute.
Okay.
A minute.
For a minute.
You can't get dragged in public like this and not make it work.
She gonna have to make it work.
Yeah. It could be a stretch. It will be a strong effort. You know.
She has no
choice. You know, when people are who they are, people never change. You know, like he's who he is. He's a man, and after a while, when a woman really wants to be treated like a woman and not like the side piece or whatever, you know, you choose to do better, right? And so you choose not to settle. But that's a self issue. That's a self-confidence issue. That where you will allow a person to treat you that way despite how you really know how he really is. So that's self-work.
That's what we don't talk about enough.
No, they don't. It's the self-work. It is the why am I allowing this? Why am I not good enough to be with someone who's not like this? Like,
I'm a firm believer.
Yeah,
I was preaching.
You think you deserve. You attract what you think you deserve. And when you think that you deserve dumpster fires wrapped up in money, that's what you're gonna get.
Right. You know, and Porsha's a beautiful person. Like, I'm an energy person. I can read photos. I watch television. I can read their real lives. So I think she's an amazing person. She's a beautiful soul. But I just want her to dig deep within herself and figure out why.
You know what? Tash, don't she always send an on-time word? Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. Listen, and again, I am a witness to Tash being on point as hell. The day she read me, she told me stuff about myself that I don't even tell regular folk. So, Tash, you know, for everybody listening to the podcast, I want you to, you know, tell everybody about your gift. Like, when did you know that I can read people?
Yes. So thank you guys both, Leah and Candiace, for having me on this platform. I love your energy. This is so fun. My family realized at a very young age, at the age of 6 years old, that I had this ability. I was like reading people in my school, the teachers, my mother's friends, and it was like, okay, something strange is going on here. I went to go see a therapist, like family stuff was going on, and I ended up reading the therapist at like the age of 7, 8 years old, like reading her whole life. So like, this is like a gift that I've had my entire life. I'm 1,000% sure that it is God-given because I was born with this. I never practiced tarot cards or psychic work or mediumship. Like, I don't really know anything about that stuff. My gift is 100% prophetic. I just speak. I just talk. I'm just used as a vessel and I just give a message. I will forget everything that I share with people intuitively within 24 hours. So I don't remember. Like, I'll give you your whole gossip and I'll be like, what? I said that? Oh, okay. Like, I don't.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it comes and then it goes. And I'm on 24 hours a day. I can reach you in person. I can reach you over the phone. You can show me a picture of somebody. I can look at the picture and tell you everything about them. I don't need to talk to them. I don't need to speak to them. Nothing. And I'm from New York, so I'm the homegirl, you know? And I think that's why, thank you. A lot of people vibe with me because I'm going to tell it straight up, filter how it is. I don't have this gift, and God didn't give me this gift to front. You know, he wants you to have the truth, the clarity, the awareness, because that is what's going to get you what you need. The realness, you know, not the what you want to hear.
Oh, I'm going to pee on myself. Oh my God.
You're going to be buying another house, Candiace. Yeah, you're going to be buying another house. You are.
What?
Yeah, you're going to be buying another house.
Like me by myself or me and family?
You by yourself. I feel like you're going to do something else for your family because that's a concern of yours. You know, you always want to make sure that your family is good, that they're taken care of. But you want your own space. You want your own things. Like, you just want to love on your family and be there for them, but kind of have your own serene things. So you can have good things going on, which is time. And you need that because you haven't done much for yourself in a very long time. I do want you to figure out what you're doing in terms of writing a book too, because I feel like you have a story to tell. So you need to stop having this writer's block and really write the truth of how you really feel and like not hold back because like you have a lot to say.
So this is crazy because So my mom and I have done some real estate together. And
homes.
Yes, yeah. And recently my husband said to me, it's time for you to do a property by yourself.
Yes.
And we had that conversation in the car. Nobody heard that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's been like, just in the last couple of weeks, I've been thinking about, and I just talked to my accountant about like, how can I get something, you know, just me, not my family, that I can hold on to just to help accrue equity and start to build the empire for my personal family, not, you know, my extended family, but just me and my husband. We just talked about that.
You have to create a new LLC. You're gonna have to separate it because everything seems to be under one umbrella. You know, you're gonna have to create something completely separate, like a separate enterprise, to really get it's an enterprise. Because I don't see you guys just doing real estate. Like I want you to look into like Airbnbs, you know, other stuff like flipping, also like buying property at disadvantage, building them up, flipping it, like a lot of different things that you guys can get involved in, like a ton. And I want you to figure out exactly what you're doing in terms of this travel, because I don't know why I'm seeing you going to Dubai.
What?
Yeah.
I was just talking about Dubai like 3 days ago. Okay. I want to go to Dubai. What? Yes. What am I?
You're gonna go. Continue that conversation, Candiace. With all love and all due respect, when you want to do something, just do it. Like you overanalyze everything. You think about everything a million times before you make a decision, and that could hold you back a lot. Like because you play it safe, but you're a go getter, but you play it safe because you just don't got time for mistakes. I feel you, girl.
Yeah.
But like sometimes you just gotta trust, and sometimes you just gotta go, and sometimes you just gotta do. Like you know what you need to do. It's all there in front of you. You need to just go and just be in action. Like you're a money magnet. You'll be all right.
Oh my God, I receive all of that. Okay, I have one important question about children.
Yes.
That I need to know. Am I going to be a mom?
You are, but you stress. Your body is under a lot of stress. Like you're constantly thinking about so many things at once, and because your body's under so much stress, it's not going to produce. So you need to like woosah. You're doing way too much. You're gonna have to take a second to just relax to prepare your body for having a child. Yes, I do see that you will have a child, but you're gonna have to do some work, some internal healing. I do want you to put yourself on a holistic diet too. Because you need like a clearing and a cleansing. And TMI, a colonic. You need some cleansing there in that area.
Okay. Yes, I can see that. Now, I've been talking about freezing my eggs.
Do that.
I should freeze them? Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
We were talking about doing it this year, like going through the process this year.
Yes.
And I'm not sure.
But I also want your husband to go check also.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes. Go check also.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. Yes.
It's so good. What is it with you with the Mercedes?
My mom drives a Mercedes.
Okay. She has to make sure she's doing her service checks on time.
Okay. We're going to Atlanta in a couple of days, and
she has to do her service check before you guys go.
Okay.
Not her service check, I don't think. I think she missed it.
Okay, I don't know. I'll ask her.
Yeah, ask her. Because you guys are driving her car, right?
Well, no, we're flying, but we were going to be driving her car while we're there.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. She needs the oil check.
Okay.
That's in her car. I see you in her car.
Yes.
Yes.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I'm starting to fidget.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mother's health too. I'm seeing something with that.
Yeah.
She has some health concerns.
Yes.
I know. Yeah. You guys are trying to figure that out as a family, like what to do.
Yeah. She's had some stuff with her health recently.
I know.
We're trying to figure it out. Yeah.
Yes. You will figure it out.
Okay. Yes. And my mom is very, she worries a lot. I think that's where I get it from. And
like hypertension too, your mother.
Yes.
The high blood pressure?
Yes.
Just to watch it.
This don't make no sense. Oh my gosh.
Yes, she does. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She has to watch what she's eating too. You know, your mom does what
Yep.
she wants to do. She don't want nobody telling her nothing. You know, so she has to watch it. She needs to add more garlic to her diet. That's gonna really help her. Because she likes garlic. She'll eat the garlic, but she needs to add more garlic to her diet. That's gonna help her out a lot. And the black seed oil is very good for her as well. That's gonna help her. And she needs to start her walking. She needs to do her walking.
Yes. I've been trying. She walks sometimes, but it's not consistent.
It's not consistent.
Yes. I'm texting her this right now.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Garlic in her diet, black seed oil, and walking. Okay.
And they even have garlic pills like at the local pharmacy.
Garlic pills.
Yeah, if she doesn't want to eat the garlic on her food, get the garlic pills. That's gonna help her blood pressure.
Okay.
Can we just clap it up? I mean,
like I'm floored.
Yeah.
I'm like losing it.
I just sit and watch. Like, let's be clear, Tash, let everybody know too on social media where they can follow you, because Tash goes live with random people. These are people who might just pop up. I mean, I've literally watched her read strangers who she has never met before on the internet, and it's this spot on every time.
Oh my God.
Tash,
I'm
what's so cool?
so thankful to God. You know, I thank God for giving me this gift. I don't take it lightly. You know, I have to be in service with my gift and do the right thing, because people need answers. And when you get confirmation, you know the direction that you need to move into, and it avoids the chaos, like life chaos, right? At least as much as possible, right? So that's my purpose, to help as many people as possible. Like, it's necessary.
Wow. And we need that. Like right now, I feel like now more than ever, people are uncertain. We're coming out of this panorama. We don't know what's going to happen. Are we doing vaccinations? Are we not? Like, there's so much uncertainty in the world. So having someone like Tash with your gift is like, it really is. It's clutch. It's clutch.
I give myself a cheat code to life, right? I'm the girlfriend who just knows all your business. I'm the home girl. Like, it's all your business. That's all. Okay.
Yeah.
So I feel so thankful. That is great.
Wait, Tash, tell everybody your social media too, so people and your website too, if people want to book.
Yes,
absolutely. So my Instagram is Talk To Tash 922. That is my Instagram. You can follow me on there. You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Facebook. But I love Instagram. That's the best. And you can go to my website, which is talktotash.com. I'm currently offering 50% off. That session is booked until September now. But I do offer VIP sessions that guarantees you a session with me within 3 to 4 weeks.
Yes, booked 3 to 4 weeks out.
The VIP, the regular months into September. It's like 3 to 4 months. Wait,
that is insane.
Yeah, I speak like 100 clients a week, Candiace.
What? When do you sleep?
I do sessions all day from my house. It's all over the phone and on video. So I'm on the phone from like 9 a.m. to like 10 o'clock at night conducting sessions. Monday
is it exhausting? Like, does it wear you out? Do you ever get tired?
Yes, I take naps every day from 3 to 4:30 is my nap time. The only time that I'm rejuvenate is when I sleep. When I sleep, I wake up and I'm fresh. So whatever sessions I had earlier that day, it's like gone. So I don't remember. Wow. I wake up like clear mind, fresh thoughts, and then I finish the other half of my clients. And then I go back to sleep, and then I wake up in the morning and then I do it again.
Oh my gosh. When you're out with your friends, do you is it hard for you to concentrate on just like being Tash, the girlfriend, and kikiing? Do you get I don't know what it's called, like intuition about your friends while you're like enjoying your pina colada? Like, what is that like?
It's tough because I'm always on 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. My gift is never off. So not only is it interesting when I'm with my friends, but if we're at a bar and the waiter comes up to us, like I'm like reading the waiter, like, girl, you got problems with your man, you need to just leave him, you need to she's like, all the waiters like crying, and they're like, oh my God, I knew this, I prayed for this. And then sometimes it's health problems, like your mom is sick or whatever, and it's a very surreal experience. But the benefit to that is we usually get free drinks. Like,
I'm sure you do.
But it's just literally saving lives. Like I'm always on. Like my mission is strong. Like I don't take it lightly. And if I'm in that place and I have a message to give to someone wherever I am, I'm on. And the people who love me, who are close to me, they understand and they respect it. I might read the manager of the restaurant. Who knows? I read the Uber driver. I met my husband in the Uber, reading him. That's how I met my husband.
Wow.
That's
crazy.
Yeah. I read my husband an Uber, and he was like, "What?" And then told him we were lifetime partners. Yes, and told him we were lifetime partners, and then walked away. He called me that day and was like, "I gotta see you again. Like you're amazing." And we were together since the day that we met.
So you knew he was your partner when you got in the car?
I did.
Were you like? Did you like size him up and say like, "Ooh, does he look good? Do I gotta keep him?" Like, what did you think?
I was on the phone. First and foremost, he was parked in front of a church. You know, so I'm a woman of God. I'm a prophet. So he was parked in front of a church. I was like being a little nasty because I was coming from corporate. I hated corporate. So I was a little nasty, whatever. So I had on my trench coat and some flip flops, and I didn't see the Uber. So I called him and I'm like, "Hi, this is Natasha. Are you here?" According to the GPS, here. And he's like, I am here. Are you wearing a blue trench coat and flip flops? And I'm like, "I am. Where are you?" Like I'm just being Miss Nasty Nancy. And he's like, "I'm sitting here in front of a church looking right at you." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I hang up and I call Tiki Barber. Tiki Barber is a friend of mine. So I call him up. We're chatting on the phone, haven't caught up in a while. I get in the Uber and he's like, "How are you?" And I'm like, "Hi." "Yeah, Tiki." So so we just kept catching eye contact and it was like magnifying. It was magnifying. It was like I was just like, it was just I can't explain it. So I was like, "Tiki, let me call you back. I'm gonna call you back." So I hangs up on him and I says, "I'm so sorry. My name is Tash. We started off wrong. How are you?" And he said, "Hi, I'm Mel. I can call you Tash because your GPS says Natasha." I said, you can call me Tash. How are you?" So I said, "Listen," I said, "How come you're," because he's a former professional boxer. And I was like, "How come you're not boxing anymore? You used to love boxing. Your father this, your mother this, your this, that.
Not.
You used to live in Atlanta. You love Atlanta." And I just started going in and he's like, "What?"
Wow.
He was just shocked. So we sat in front of my house and we were talking for like 2 hours, just like 2 hours about what he's been through from a child as an adult. Like I saw his whole life. It was just crazy. I had told I can't read myself, but in that moment, I saw myself in his life.
Wow. I have chills.
I was like, "Oh yeah." And as I'm reading him, I'm like, "Yeah, and this is this. And yeah, we're lifetime partners, by the way." And he's like, "What?" And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "What?" And I was
and I'm like, "What?"
He was like, "What did you just say?" I was like, "Never mind." He was like, because I'm reading him and I said it in the read.
Right.
And we exchanged numbers and he called me that day and he was like, "I have to see you again." And I saw him that same day. We hung out and we have been together since the day that we met. Literally.
That is crazy.
Cute.
He's my best friend. He's so cool. He's so supportive. My gift doesn't scare him. He embraces it. He thinks that I'm the most important person on the planet because he was like, "If anybody, you can save the world. You're going to save the world." He believes in me. And when I worked in corporate America, I was the chief of staff. So I had a really good career, you know? I did well. And we got married and we went on a honeymoon. And when we were traveling back from Paris on a plane, I was like, "Yeah, babe, I'm not going back to work." He was like, "What?" I'm just a breadwinner, you know? And he was like, "We just married. We just moved into this luxury apartment. Like, what are you talking about?" And I was like, "God told me that I need to use my gift to help people. And that's what I'm going to do." And he was like, "Well, what does that look like?" And I was like, "I don't know, but I'm just going to go when I'm being told." And he said, "Okay, we'll figure this out." And we didn't really have much money in the bank. We were figuring it out. He took out a loan for us. He took out a loan for us to pay our bills. He got credit cards for us to pay our rent. And I focused on building my brand. And now I help thousands of people around the world, a ton of celebrities, a ton of people. And it's just such a blessing that I took that leap, you know? And I didn't know what it looked like. I wasn't attached to what it looked like. I did not care. I knew that I needed to do this, you know? And here I am.
Hold on, that's a word right there. We gotta roll back on that. Being obedient to what God tells you to do the first time and not being focused on how it
Come on.
That's
a word.
Yeah.
And it's the best decision that I could have made. You know, it was not easy, and it is tiresome. It is tiresome to talk to people having health issues, infidelity, and problems, and career problems, and their children are sick, and they're sick. You know, I mean, life or death. These people want answers, and this is what I do. And this is the hardest job that I think that I ever could have endured in my life.
Yeah.
Considering that I dealt with a lot of SHIT in corporate. This is the most challenging yet rewarding thing that I could do ever, because each day I'm saving lives. Like, that's it. Like, no matter how tired I am, that is my motivation. That's my momentum, knowing that I can save and change somebody's life. That's it. So no matter how tired I am, it doesn't matter to me.
I am through. I'm done. I'm spent. Like, I've had chills this whole time listening to you talk. Just because I believe you. And I say that all the time. Like, anytime that I feel something and that the truth is just oozing out of it. Yeah. I believe you. Like, I believe your journey. I believe your vision.
It's a prophet, you know, and I pray for people. I'm a healer too. You know, like if somebody's not well, you know, I can pray for them and they will get better. Because I'm a prophet. I have a very direct relationship to God. I've literally saved hundreds, if not thousands, of lives. Like,
he's on the main line.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
A through prayer. Come on, somebody.
I prayed for DMX to come to me so we can have a conversation, and he did. After he passed away, that's on my Instagram. We had a full-fledged conversation, and he told me very intimate, private things about him and Desiree and Swiss and all of that, you know. And I gave the message. That was his request, and everything that I told him, most of it happened like after his funeral.
So you can also speak to people who have passed on.
No, I'm not a medium.
Okay.
So does it happen? Yes, because I am prophetic. So sometimes in my sessions, someone's loved one will come through, but I don't tell people I'm a medium because I don't want people calling me read dead people all the time. Let them rush them. But I specifically asked to request it to speak to DMX. That was a request. Wow. Because I've always felt like we were supposed to meet because he was truly a man of God. So I understood his pain, understood his hurt. And every time I watched that episode with him and Ayala and Van Zant, I'm always like if I would have spoken to DMX, he would still be alive.
Wow.
I know that. You know, and so when he died, though I did not personally know him, I felt like I did. Yeah. And it was a very personal loss for me because I had a very enduring connection to him. And I just felt like, damn, I didn't get to him. Like, I didn't get to him. Like, I kind of took that personal.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know? And I know celebrities. I probably could have gotten to him if I would have worked harder, but I did not. And it kind of like ate me up a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's probably why he came to me in my dream. Like, dog, it's not your fault. And he sounds like that in real life. He was talking like that even in the dream. I was like, oh, you really talking this? He was like, what you mean? This is my voice. I was like, oh, okay.
I cannot.
Like, okay, all right, D.
You know, crying.
This is wild. So what do you say to people who are not believers or who, you know, who would say, you know, this is some quack BS. I don't believe in this, or, you know, this can't be real. There's no way that she could know what she knows. There's no way she could have talked to DMX. What would you say to those people, those like naysayers?
You know, I mean, no judgment, right? Like, people have their own beliefs. People believe in what they believe in. But if you believe in God, and you know that prophecy is a real thing, it's in the Bible. God is not physically here to speak to us and to guide us and to protect us, which is what he wants to do. But he can't. So he has people like us.
I wish.
On the planet. Who he uses as a vessel to help you. I'm not out here doing something harmful or bad or using my gift in a negative way. I'm using it in a positive way. And then to that, I always tell people, like, you have to experience me. You know, you can say what you want, but you have to experience me to know my heart is pure, it's real, it's genuine. I'm a woman of God, and I want to support you. Not convince you. And if you don't believe it, then don't. And I would rather you not speak to me if you don't believe it, because I don't want to paint with any of my energies of trying to force anything. You have to be talking to me as an experience.
It is you have to be ready.
is an experience, and you have to be open and you have to be ready. Or I've ended sessions, where people have came in the phone and they're like, "Oh, my mother told me to book with you." I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm just here because my mother told me to book with you." I'm like, "Well, we don't have to speak."
Yeah.
Like, I don't give refunds. It's in my disclaimer, but I would give you one because I never want you to think that you have to talk to me. Like, you have to be ready. And then but before we leave, what I will tell you is blah, 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 blah.
Right. Not gone with your unbelievable self. Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm going to keep it. You sure?
Yeah.
I'm here to help you. That's a choice. Like, I don't have to do what I do. And I want people to understand that also. I'm grateful to do it, but I don't have to do it. It's a choice. I could be working in corporate America making $200,000 a year. Like, this is a choice.
Yeah. Wow.
And I was going to say too, Tash, I think one of the things initially that made me obviously very comfortable with you is that you are very, very clear about where your gift comes from. Because there's a lot of people, being false prophets first and foremost, who are straight up, their source is not of God. And, as a Christian, it's very important to me that anybody I take guidance from is coming from a space where it is of God. So when I met you and you said that, I was sold either way. And then when you read me to filth, I was done after that. You know what I mean?
I remember what I told you to this day. And also, I also pray before I speak to my clients. Yes. Like, before I even utter a word, I'm like, well, this is who I am. This is what I do. But before I speak to you, I need to pray. So that God put in my heart, whatever he has for me to tell you, I'm asking him to use me as a vessel to help you. I never speak to anyone or jump on Clubhouse on lives or anything without the radio, nothing without praying. Because this word is coming from him. I'm just the messenger. So and I was praying for my clients. Like, so if you worship anything else, like, I don't receive that. This is not, because people who come to me, they go to psychics. They go to those people because they're just curious people. But when they experience me, they're like, oh, this is a different experience. This is not that. Absolutely not. It's not. It's not.
Yeah. Come on, Tash. Listen, you already know how I feel about you. Like Tash, I've watched, you know what I mean? Not just on Instagram, not just here. I've watched you in person. I had you on radio. I've seen your gift work in every capacity, from a phone call to a picture to reading me. And, I just had to have you on the podcast because I knew that Candiace would be delighted to see your gift, but also, our listeners, because again, as Candiace said, in these uncertain times, people are looking for answers. People want to know what's going on. And I think that it's important for people to see a modern day prophet, because a lot of people think it's the Bible is outdated and that prophecy is not real, but you are a firm testament to that. And secondarily too, I just think that people want answers. And so we got to do this though. Before we let you go, on our previous episodes, we have been doing a series called Data Daddy. I am very single. And Candiace has been trying to help me expand in age and race a little bit.
Think outside of race-wise and age-wise. I want her to go outside of what she's used to. 35 and up, but you go ahead. Yes. What do you think?
Let her prophesy over me. Don't be
What's her name? Gabrielle from Precious.
Yes.
You happy?
See, she got her a snow. What is it called? A snow bunny, snow bae.
Happy as ever.
As happy as clams. Okay.
Yeah.
No, what is the Lord telling you, Tasha? I don't need to hear what Candiace is telling me.
I definitely feel like you need to think outside of your box. I do not think that your man is in the DMV area. I will say that I am leaning more toward the West Coast area, maybe like Texas, Nashville area. And was what I'm picking up that will work for you, that will make sense for you. And good dude. I feel like he played sports in college or high school too. So he's like husky. Okay. But he's dope. And he's funny. He should have been a comedian. He's funny as ever. Will have you laughing to tears. Okay.
Yes.
And just dope. Just a good soul.
Okay.
I'm so excited. Does she know him yet? She doesn't know him yet, though.
No. Okay. You need to look. You need to start dating like outside the box. Like we gotta get you to some networking events, some stuff. Like you gotta meet outside of the box, Leah.
Hashtag date up daddy. I'm trying to tell you.
Yes. Yes.
I'm over here with the stiff face because I'm like, I told Candiace, like, I feel like when I like match with a white man on like Bumble, he's gonna be like having tiki torches in his backyard wearing Skechers and being like, F that nigger.
No, you can even end up with like not necessarily Caucasian, maybe like Hispanic. Like mixed, but like a brown Hispanic, like a
Afro Latina.
Yeah, like Dominican guy. That's like, husky. Just dope. He's good with his hands too, this guy.
Oh, child.
What does that mean now, Jesus?
We know. I'm stirring my smoothie on that one. I'm stirring my smoothie.
And tea. And tips on your smoothie. Like,
okay. And tips. Tash, is there anything else that you haven't told me that I need to know just from looking at me? Is there an update?
I'm excited about your elevation. I see a lot of good opportunities coming for you, which is very exciting. Long overdue, well deserved.
Yes.
I'm excited for you. I do see that there's going to be an opportunity or an event that would take place with regards to Howard University, in terms of like networking, like with a tie to Harvard with media. All right. So just keep a lookout for that. When that does come out, you need to go. There's going to be a lot of connections there that you will make that will open up other doors for you.
Okay.
Very good. Very good. Yes. She'll be there. Don't worry.
Yes.
You'll be there with me. Okay, Howard Media.
That'd be great. Yeah, I might even be able to do a podcast there live. Like I feel like they're open to like vendors and stuff like that as well. It's something that they're trying to figure out now on the back end, like how, especially really with our Madam Vice President, Howard and being AKA, like there's gonna be something that they're gonna try to focus on at Howard. And I feel like there's gonna have a strong media presence there that you guys can take part in. So look, just keep an eye out for that and try to figure out how to get involved on the back end. That's gonna be great for both of you.
Okay.
And lastly, what do you see for our podcast? Obviously, you just sprinkled into it, but what else do you see?
Oh, I love the energy. You guys are amazing. Great synergy together. I felt that prior to me even being a guest. I did look at the photo and read the photo because I'm just nosy. I went on Instagram and I was like, let me see what kind of combo this is. But I felt good about it, which is why, Leah, when you asked me to join as a guest at the last minute, I had to say this.
And thank you for that.
No, of course. Thank you. Thank God the client was flexible to move because I was like, girl, I got a podcast. I was honest. But I got a podcast. All right.
Yeah.
But anyway, you guys are great. The synergy is great. It's going to do well. I want you guys to focus on live podcasting when the world opens back up. I definitely want you guys to do something really cool on stage, take a stage setting together, in some capacity, and have like high-end influential guests on the show, and that will grow. This podcast will do very well. But you guys need some extra support. There's some extra support that's needed. Just to make it easy for you guys to just focus on being the host as opposed to doing the back end things. You guys are gonna have to consider doing that, and that might be a little bit of a budget, but let's figure it out. But you guys will grow to a point where you can get sponsors. Eventually, you guys will start getting sponsors to your podcast, and that's what we'll support with paying the team that you will need to support you in terms of the creativity.
Come on, somebody.
Amen.
Yes.
On that note, you know what? Come on. Listen, I'm going to burn this hand clap out tonight. But talk to Tash again. Let people know social media and where they can book a session.
Sure. My social media is Talk To Tash 922. And my website is www.talktotash.com.
Well,
and it's Tash, it's Tash, not T-O-T-A-S-H.
Yes. And I want to give a shout out to, being that you are a housewife, I want to give a shout out to my good girlfriend, Ebony K. Williams, the first Black housewife.
We love Ebony. Yes.
Yes.
Step foot on the stage. Yes, she is regulating in New York.
Regulate. Yes. She's a friend. She's amazing. She's good people. Awesome. Deserved. And I welcome her to the House of Wives family. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yes.
We needed her. She is making the moves.
She really is. Yes. So I love it. Shout out to all of you guys for doing great work in media.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. And keep pushing. It's gonna get rough. You guys both will have moments in this industry, and I'm speaking to you both prophetically. You will both have moments in this industry where there's gonna be struggle, there's gonna be deceit, there's gonna be people who you think are your people and they're not. And it's fine. But just keep going and keep pushing because there's a lot of great opportunities that's in store for both of you. So I wanted to let you know that. And Candiace, you need to look into acting.
Say less, sister. Say less.
It's on Netflix already, but
we're acting.
Yeah. That's always been like right at the front of my mind. But what do you see in music?
I work on writing music, really. I feel like there's a talent for you in terms of writing music. And I want you to figure out what you're doing in terms of instruments and even getting involved with talent. Like musicians.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm seeing music, writing music, more important.
Yeah. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, I'm writing music now. I'm working on an album right now. So
yes, that's great. That's gonna be really good for you. Speak from your heart.
Okay.
Yes. Because I see a really good love song that's there, that is very acoustic, but it's very important that you have a beautiful piano playing in the background.
Okay.
It's about like I don't know if it's about like peace and love, like peace, love, and grounding. If I'm making sense, I'm just going with like peace, love, and grounding, like the real Love Jones type of vibe. Is what I'm getting, like that type of energy. I don't know what that means.
Okay.
Anything?
I can go with that. Yeah. Okay. No, that's my vibe. Is
very acoustic.
Yes, and vibey.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes.
Yeah.
It's nice. Okay. Get a guitar.
What? Okay. I had thought about learning to play because I play piano, but I want to learn to play guitar, but I don't know if I can do that.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Stop saying that you don't know, because you do.
Okay.
You're naturally musically inclined. Challenge yourself.
Okay. Okay.
Tash be reading the filth, honey. I be mad as hell when she be telling me stuff. I be like, damn, okay.
Okay, guitar. All right, that's something
coming up for you. It's come up for you several occasions. Like, I want to learn how to play the guitar. I want to learn how to play the guitar. Like, so then why haven't you learned how to play the guitar?
I don't know. I don't have a reason.
Your music.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. My gosh.
You know what? So this is what we're doing, and you know what? I'm done because you know what? Tash just cleaned house, honey. If there was any edges left to have,
they are over there.
You guys are amazing, and I hope to hang out with you guys soon. Like, just hang out.
Yes,
in real life, like in person.
Yes, let's do it. And then when we have our live
podcast, a million questions, we'll let you enjoy your drink, girl.
I might just start reading anyway. I can't help myself sometimes.
She can't.
It just comes up, and my hands start sweating, and I just can't. My hands are like sweating right now. Like they get really wet and clammy until I just start talking. I'm like, you know what? I just can't fight it. It comes through my pores.
Wow.
It gets hot. Like I'm like, it's hot. I'm like, woof. Yeah. And then it's like after I talk, it's like the AC came on. I'm like.
Okay. Wow, like because you got it out. That's
wow. You know what? Yeah. Okay. On that note, Tash, thank you so much for coming on. So that's what we're doing. We appreciate you, and make sure you book a session with my girl. She's booked and busy. So just know if you're hearing this, you want to do it today. She got a VIP. If you want to jump the line, you can do that. But if not, you have to get on that good wait list. But again, her gift is incomparable, honestly, and you will learn a lot about yourself, your surroundings, and your people going to Tash. So. Thank you, Tash, again. And
Thank
you so much.
This is what we're doing, I guess, Candiace, right?
It is, honey.
And before we get out of here, make sure you subscribe, you download, and you leave a comment under our.
Leave a comment.
So that's what we're doing. Can I say the name of our podcast correctly?
You're flustered because Tash just she took us on a whirlwind. She took us on a trip. So
took us to the water. Okay.
We are both trying to gather our edges and glue them back to our faces at this time.
Yeah. And again, this episode will also be on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube. Just go to YouTube and type in So That's What We're Doing. And follow our podcast as well at So That's What We're Doing Pod on Instagram. We everywhere. So go show us
all
love.
Over. Yes. And leave comments on YouTube and subscribe on YouTube as well. Because you want to see our faces. You want to see our faces. Yes.
Period. Well, Candiace, I guess that's what we're doing.
That's that on that. And that's what we're doing. Bow.